Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Ever since the news broke out about the over 1.1 billion naira giving to Niger Republic for the funding of their security vehicles, a lot of Nigerians have been reacting. In fact, some of the reactions that got Nigerians talking is the one from Jega. In fact, Nigerians are super shocked over his reasons. Then, of course, we're looking at Shehu Sani, the former senator, who also spoke concerning this. It looks like the Northerners have a different perception over this thing, different from Southern Nigeria. Let's find out exactly what they have to say. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Let's start with Malam Mahmoud Jiga. According to him, he's a newspaper analyst who featured on Arise television show on Thursday, criticized the negative reactions which met President Muhammad Buhari's 1.1 billion naira gift. When asked about the appropriateness of the approval amid the ASU strike and other economic problems in Nigeria, Jiga said thus, and I quote him, he said security is number one priority of any government because without it, everything else is impossible, but both economy and going to school. It is even the insecurity in Nigeria that has infiltrated our neighbors. Boko Haram is essentially Nigerian, but it has affected Cameroon, Chad, and Niger. Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa, so we have to live up to our responsibilities. If there is hunger in our neighboring countries, we have to do something, otherwise, they will cross the border in their millions and attack us. The approval is justifiable because political borders only exist on paper. The money is even a small amount of money, said. Now, wow. Okay, but before we go into full analysis, Nigerians honestly are already eating him raw. And before we go to full analysis, let's find out what Shehu Sani said. The former senator who represented the Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the 8th National Assembly, Shehu Sani has joined the list of those who frowned at the purchase of SUV Toyota cars, especially for the Niger Republic by the President Muhammad Buhari-led administration. Shehu took to his social media page to react to the cars purchase, listed some neighboring countries Nigeria has obligations to support if the country wants to do so. He said that Nigeria has the duty to support the nations he listed because of the regional security and for the national security of the nation. However, he claimed that the purchase of the cars does not fall in place with the nation he listed. Let's read his tweet. This is what he said. He said, Nigeria has an obligation to support her neighbors, namely Benin, Niger, Chad, and Cameroon, for regional security and our national security interests. The federal government purchases and donation of luxury Toyota SUVs to Niger Republic doesn't fall in line with the above. But hey, let's find out the reactions that is following Mahmoud Jiga. This one here is saying so SUVs are for surveillance and military tactical vehicles that are used for security. When people talk and think they are speaking to their children or kids, I get baffled. In a country where people have been hit severally by poverty, students have been at home, and more institutions are down, this backward thinking elder does not see wasting our scarce resources as something of concern. Another person is suffering and bleeding big brother. I think the president is just too insensitive or absent to understand that at this point Nigeria is the country that needs help, not its ancestral home. Another person here is saying, I just wonder if fools are talking to kindergarten, so while our intelligence vehicles look like Boli Kacha, Niger Republic intelligence look like 140 million naira SUV. We already know why we are equipping Niger Republic. I hope the near future does supporting this wasteful spending won't come back and talk trash. Wow. Well, let's look at this critically. You see what this man said? What's his name now? Jega. He's saying that after all, Boko Haram, Nigeria, so to speak, brought Boko Haram to the other neighboring countries. So hence, it's our responsibility really to guide them or support them as much as they can to beef up their security. I cannot forget one of the stakeholders, chieftain, former ambassador, Northern as well, said something. He said when was looking down on Peter Obi. If you check out video, see the video. He said something. He said that Peter Obi, one of the reasons why he cannot put his faith or the faith of his people into the hands of Peter Obi is because he's from a particular region, that's Southeast, and they have been agitating and they have been looking for secession, and that IPOB are not people that you should, he said quite a lot, really. But in summary, he said the difference between IPOB, because the interviewer asked him a question, he said, but if you keep shouting IPOB, that insecurity is not only in Southeast, but also the North are suffering the lives of Boko Haram, headsmen, ISWAP, and the rest. He said that actually, for Boko Haram and ISWAP, he said they are actually terrorists that came from Libya. Okay, so it's not indigenous. But by the time they brought in that they still have a way of controlling their own indigenous people, that these are foreign militias that found their way into the borders into Nigeria and that they won't cause mayhem. But this one here is now saying that Boko Haram is indigenous. Saying that we brought it, technically speaking, according to Jega now, he said, technically speaking, that, so to speak, we caused the infiltration or insecurity going on strongly because of we were unable to contain with this. In fact, the money they even gave themselves is too small. I don't know. I don't know if we are not on the same page in our thought pattern. Like the Holy Book will say, can two work together except they agree? Except they're in agreement, can they work together? We seem not to be on the same page here. You look at 1.something billion. Everything in Nigeria needs money. Hey. And you're saying that political borders only exist politically on the paper. In reality, that if anything happens, they would, according to him, say they will all come into Nigeria and attack us. What about if anything happens to Nigeria, over 200 million Nigerians? And do you think we're also going to attack them? We're not praying, really, that anything should happen to Nigeria, because over 200 million Nigerians, where are we going to run into? I don't think their country is as big as Nigeria. I strongly doubt it. But our scarce resources, we borrowed really to fund our budget, and from that borrowing we are doing big brother free charity bringing from outside, and you see there's nothing on that. The money is even too small, and you give what you can afford. Even our own security surveillance does not use that kind of sweet SUV. Oh my god, that is a swaggish SUV for a security person. I can imagine a Nigerian after a while will say, what are we staying in Nigeria? Let's go back to our country. Our country is like a small America. Well, then again, this is left.